Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Really means a lot to me. Look, the clinical research industry job market is booming, absolutely booming. I'm getting emails like this one on a daily basis from people who have no experience in the industry, but they're learning about the industry and they want advice on certain positions. So I'm going to read you the email. You can email me, Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com. It says, "Hey, I followed your videos for months now. Thank you so much. Make sure you, again, like, subscribe, comment, share. Really means a lot to me. I want your advice. I received an interview with a CRO for a investigator services assistant. I realized and this is a new one for me too. So this is why I wanted to do the video, because I'm going to try to teach you guys and gals over the next couple of months and years and the rest of my channel that job titles don't mean anything. Like, what does this actually mean? Investigator services assistant. I have no idea. And I've been in research since 2005. I hear new things, new titles like this all the time. What matters is the job responsibilities, which thankfully this person listed in the email, so I can give some opinion and some feedback on this. So I realize this does not pay well, but do you think this would be a good starting point for my shift into clinical research? I put the job description below. So without even looking at this job description, my answer is yes. If you want to be in clinical research, I know it sounds crazy. If you want to be in clinical research and you have no experience and you can get a clinical research job, yes. Obviously, not everyone can do that because some people work in in different industries where they're making a bunch of money because they've kind of climbed the ladder in that industry, but they see clinical research. But you got to start from the bottom usually, or close to the bottom again. It's a new industry. But if that's not an issue for you, yes, I do think it's a good starting point. This person comes from a healthcare background, healthcare administration background. It's been terribly difficult to get foot in the door without 2 years of experience. Of course it is. So here's the job description: provide support to investigator sites, monitors. So that this alone, there's like 10 more bullet points. This sounds like an in-house CRA, like a fancy term for an in-house CRA, but like maybe even like an assistant to an in-house CRA. So I didn't even know that this is a thing now. This must be a new position, but in-house CRAs are assistants to CRAs. And now I guess in-house CRAs themselves are getting so busy. Maybe they need to be surrounded with some help as well. So provide support to investigative sites, monitors, departments, business units throughout the CRO, supports the overall performance, education, and training of the sites on a study level to ensure the executions of the protocols are completed accurately and on time. If the job market is busy at the sponsor and CRO level, that means there's a lot more studies than there are people to work in those studies, and that is because there are a lot of studies out there and we need a lot of sites. So the existing sites have a lot of work. So it makes sense to me to have this position where this person's going to be calling the sites saying, "Hey, we haven't received the XYZ from your site. We need to get you started." It takes orders and ensures clean data, acts as the point of contact for sites, ensuring that questions, material orders, so lab kits, supplies, and requests for information are responded and documented in an accurate and timely manner. If a coordinator calls or emails and says, "Hey, you know what? Our site is missing these lab kits, screening, baseline, and visit 3, 4, 5. We're missing these lab kits. We're also missing these air bills. We're also missing some electrodes for our ECG. And by the way, I had a question about a protocol as well." Their main point of contact is the CRA, but the CRA is busy doing other monitoring visits or traveling. Somebody needs to answer these questions to the sites in a timely manner, and that's going to be in-house CRA, remote site monitor, or an investigator services assistant. Ensures that the sites are properly trained in aspects of the protocol, following the study flow sheet. So you're going to have to know the protocol. Provides guidance on pre-analytical aspects of the study to ensure smooth flow of data to and from the site. Triages calls when necessary to appropriate departments. So this is like, for example, if a site calls you and says, hey, you know what? We need to renegotiate our budget. We've been screen failing a lot more than we anticipated, and our screen fail is capped at only 5. Who can we talk to get this renegotiated? They probably don't know who the person is on the CRO side that handles budgets, but that's going to be, you're the point of contact as an investigator services assistant. So you're going to put them in touch with the proper people. This is triaging calls. Resolving queries so that efficient and timely sample analysis is undertaken by the laboratory, so report turnaround time is met. So labs issue queries to sites, and so does the EDC, right? So does the data management. So in this case, you're going to be doing both. You're going to be helping out with both. The queries that you can resolve without actually being a CRA. Continually review exceptions to resolve so that data is cleaned with agreed timelines. Notifies the sites in all necessary contexts via phone of all relevant critical voice alerts, voice alert value, study specific requirements. So when there's like a lab alert, ECG alert, patient reported outcome alert, somebody needs to tell the site right away, hey, pay attention, this subject number 004, they just had this reading on their lab, they just had this reading, they just said this on their patient reported outcome. You might want to look into that. Monitor and escalate site issues through the appropriate departments, like project management, to resolve and report as soon as possible. Ensure that all site issues are communicated and followed up to resolution, primarily to site and monitor. So this is action items for sites, and that's from the CRO issuing action items to the sites, but the site informally gives their own issues. They're not called action items. They express their own issues they have either through phone or through email to most likely you, the investigator services assistant, and you're supposed to put them in touch to the CRO sponsor, whoever it needs to be. Review site performance metrics to educate where needed. So, hey, this site, Dr. XYZ, you guys come in, below average on answering queries, but you come in above average on enrollment. And you're keeping track of these things. And I don't know if you're going to actually be telling the sites where they stand, but it seems like you will, at least indirectly, if not directly, because it says review site performance metrics to educate where needed or to report back to monitor or sponsor. Inform sites of results or reasoning not to proceed. So this would be screen holds for sites. Maybe they're not answering queries or they have too many deviations and the sponsor put them on a screen hold. So you're going to be the bearer of bad news and say, you know what, we're going to have to put you on a screening hold for XYZ. So this is essentially an in-house CRA assistant slash like on some data side too, like a little bit of data management assistant and a little bit of assisting with the central lab readings and flagging alerts and all that kind of stuff. So yes, this is a great job for somebody who wants to get their foot in the door. I didn't realize this was a thing. So everybody go apply for investigator services assistant right now. I'm not going to say which CRO it is, but if you just search for on all the major job boards, you'll find it. And you'll find similar positions. So don't tell me, people always complain, you know what, every job I apply for, they want 2 years of experience. No, they don't. There's no way this position is hiring anybody with any amount of experience because this is an entry-level position. Can anyone get it? No. They're going to make sure that you actually have a understanding of the fundamentals of clinical research. You can get that on your own through a course like CRA Academy, CRC Academy, YouTube videos, books, other academies. I don't care if you take a competitor's academy, but ours are the only ones with real internship, real industry experience. My CRA has a real breast cancer study as of this video that students get to remote monitor. So that this 2 years or more of experience is code for you should know enough about this industry so that we're not teaching you about research. We're teaching you how to perform this position within the context of clinical research, if that makes sense. So, yes, absolutely, you should go for this job. It doesn't sound like it's going to pay well, but in this industry, you advance quickly if you show initiative, and you advance quickly if you learn how to navigate your job, and opportunities come up all the time. So yes, I still think the site level is the best place to get started for maximum expansion, maximum leveling up of your skill set within a short period of time. Also, smaller sites is probably best, but in this case, and this is a big CRO, I think smaller CROs are best to maximize your leveling up, if you will. But as you can see, at big CROs, they need people too. And I'm going to keep bringing that up in these videos. Right now, in March 2022, CROs are understaffed, sites are understaffed. They can't be picky when it comes to the candidates. But now that doesn't mean it's going to be easy for you either. So good luck. Let me know how it goes. Hopefully, this helps you or somebody out there like you. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Thank you. Bye bye.